we go. Welcome. Time for some racing.
Oh, as soon as you get in that gravel, let's...
For a second, when I loaded in, I thought you were doing the small version of this track.
Yeah, I've seen it. I thought, ooh, I better just put the big one on.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, it's
cars.
still only 1 minute laps.
What was that, sorry?
You thought we were doing the short version. There's a short layout as well.
The short layout's a bit too small for these cars. I was maybe thinking about them for the cross carts, but it's a little narrow for the cross carts.
Hello.
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 I'm getting used to standing in the pit lane for an hour. Making sure I stay on the server.
Didn't take you long to connect.
What was that, about like 20 minutes? What that
I can't. Well, he came and disappeared. I don't know what it says. Oh, the chat's gone. Something about an app. You get the first bit, but you don't get the app bit.
Oh, what? Pit lane penalty app message there? PLP? Is that what you mean?
I don't know. And it's just in the chat that says you've joined, and then you get app something.
Yeah, probably is that.
Yeah, that's mentioned.
App
there.
not connecting or something.
Is that what the logs say?
It comes up in the chat, Adam.
Let me double check it.
Obviously not now, because it must be when you're not.
But that wouldn't really matter because it's the penalty app that I use is client side, so it has no stuff that it would deliver to servers. It's just client side stuff. And even when I disable it, it doesn't change the outcome. I'm just double checking it right now, see which apps I have enabled.
Log fail now.
Now it might be real penalty because your server doesn't use real penalty. It might be that message saying. I don't know. I installed the vehicle a while ago, maybe when I saw some of the WSS servers using that. I mean, it works.
Right.
I can join the set where it doesn't change much.
Right.
I had the problem before that.
You see, so is that some sort of app thing for another server or something? Walt used to have that. well, not, I don't know if it was that one, but he had loads of bother joining him a server till he disabled that.
What?
Some app thing that he needed
Yeah,
to get it in there.
that was a penalty, yeah.
Right.
But it was a different story, I think. But like I said, I had this problem before I installed this penalty app. And the one that we are currently talking about is wheel penalty, and the other one that I'm using as well is pit lane penalty. One of them is client side, and the other one only works when the server actually uses it.
Oh.
But
Oh, so
right now I
nice
have
lab.
both of them. But right now I have both of them enabled, and then I'm still on the server, so.
I guess.
That last corner is also a tricky one.
I know.
Yeah.
I've quite a few times just went through the pits and had to come out the gap in the fence.
I got to the point where I'm even like gonna switch out the internet cable that I use, because the cable type that I have right now is Cat 5. And I have 2 cables coming from the router. And
That
with the
5 should be
extender-
okay though.
Yeah, but they are a bit older, and there's a I have like a 5-meter long cable coming, and then there's an extension bit that they connect into, and from that another 5-meter long cable comes to my PC. So I'm gonna switch that one out into a Cat 8 cable, which is 10 meters long. So it should, you know, even if it doesn't fix the problem, at least it removes one variable.
Yeah.
Ooh, crack hunting that P1.
We all know what Craig is gonna do.
Yeah, doing the sandbagging and then bloop, drive off in the distance.
He's doing his Lewis impression at Bahrain. Lewis, we are running around on sand. Got it, Toto, beaching the car. These are some of the tiniest curbs.
Oh, yeah, they are. And if you get over the top of them, it's doom death.
Speaking of, so anyone know what the new update is like on ACC? No?
It is so epic. I mean, granted,
Monday
I only did like 2 cars and 2 trucks, but so far the handling is so much better. It's just
Alright.
more feeling about driving car and the feeling that you can drive it on the edge instead of just being afraid that you're driving on ice skates.
Because I have races that I tune in on Mondays, like an Italian and a German group hosting a series together. And it's GT4. The first race it was at Brands Hatch, and I had a crash because of one of the curbs.
Yeah, curbs are a little bit easier to take with a lot of cars now. With the exception of really high curbs that were always a problem, but like the McLaren can take a bit more. Like I did Brands Hatch, and the McLaren was able to take a lot more of the curbs than it used to. And that was on default aggressive. I mean, the old setups are all useless.
Yeah. Also, nice lap, Adam. 62 minutes and 52 seconds.
Yeah, that's gonna be a record.
So Formula cars get slower based on how big the number is. So who gave me the F4000 car?
At that point, you'd probably be better off walking. If those were the actual...
I don't know, I'm pretty fat. I don't know, I'm pretty fat.
So we're gonna do about, what, 19, 20, maybe 18, 19 laps?
Good question.
If I'm walking?
Adam's just going to do a third of a lap.
You're gonna see me putting the thumbs up, but that's not because I am happy about the race, that's because I'm trying to hitchhike.
Oh man. Oh, I thought I was on a perfect lane there, and you just touched that bloody sand.
Oh, by the way, Craig, I found out that Riley is watching you. Your streams. One of the hosts in the Heat Racing.
Oh, yeah, Riley, okay. I wasn't quite sure what you said at first, but yeah, okay, now I get you. I didn't know that.
Me neither.
I've had a couple of exchanges with him, and he did join the Discord for the Race of Binners event, so I guess he does know of my stuff, because I didn't post that on the SRS Discord, obviously, because I'd have gotten...
Outside of the streams every Tuesday, you mean? But nah, he said that he checked that because of the cross card.
Yeah, people quite like that, which is good.
That looked good at there, Brands Indy.
Yeah, sort of had to change up the way of driving it a little bit. Of course, because we were running open setup for those races. We can make tweaks to the car. So sort of made it a bit less slippery, but still very much like sliding around all over the place. It's just that it's more low angle and controlled than just what I was doing at a BC where I was just hammering it into every corner.
You know something is a bit off about the circuit when the pit lane entry feels more natural than the actual final turn.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if these cars are the best choice for this track.
That gravel trap on that bend, I've just been on there every time. You just
No, I
touch
probably
it
should
with
have
a wheel.
gone for legendary F1 cars.
But I thought I'd give it a whirl. I've raced here a couple of times before in Ginetta GT5 and those Skodas we did. And both of those were quite fun. It's not easy to pass here, but it is very easy to follow. Should I say it's not easy to pass, but I do remember going... In the Ginetta race, we were going pretty much too wide for all of these bank turns. On like one of the laps. Oh.
Good thing there's an alternative layout there.
It's kind of funny that given that compared to those two, This is lighter and has like downforce. It actually has less overall grip than both the Ginetta and the Skoda had.
And that the curb there.
Yeah, curb bad. Okay.
But yeah, seeing as Nick wants us to download like 3 gigs worth of mods for this weekend, I thought I'd try and keep it pretty light on the mod side.
I mean, it's only downloading it if you have deleted them since last time.
Yeah, he hasn't got his server working. He can't get his server to work yet. So.
But of course, he watched the Goodwood revival and
it's the
couldn't
same
help
every
himself,
year.
could he?
Same every year. He's got his rose tinted glasses on.
Yeah, when he messaged me, he sent because I think it was either Saturday or like early Sunday. He sent it to me over the weekend, saying like it's what he's thinking of for next Sunday. I don't know why he sent it to me, because I mean, doesn't really need my approval.
Well, I know. That's what I keep saying. Well, you're the boss.
But yeah, he sent it over, and I was like, yep, I know exactly why he's done this.
Well, you can't help yourself when that's on. He goes all starry-eyed.
How many people I expected for that race to show up?
No idea.
I don't know how
I'd
many he's
assume
got.
at least 6.
I don't know how many he's got. Yeah, see. I like the Hillman last time, I think.
I mean, we both know they had more than 4 people know what is it, has AC.
Then when we did that random
here.
Hillman Imp race that one Sunday, when we had to postpone the Sunday series race, we got like 8 people or so for that, so that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it's just great. It's not a bad car, I don't think.
I think for the second race, I might go for the Fairlane.
I mean, when British. Wait, the Fairlane isn't British.
It's the big American car.
The boat.
I completely confused it with the lightweight Jaguar for some reason.
I don't remember which one's this. Which is that? I think he's having a love affair with Bazza, or he's called.
Who, Nick?
The guy. There's that many packs from Bazza.
Yeah. Well, that's like the only thing he seems to ever suggest as well. Whenever it's one of his suggestions, it's always one of those packs.
Just when you think you've got everyone, there's another 6.
So now I think back at it, the combos he's done were the Spa races. Those used Bazza packs. Both times we raced at Spa, Old Spa. He then did that one at that Meadowdale track, or whatever it was called, I think.
The one with the sand, not Meadowdale.
No, the one with like the bank turns and stuff.
The one where Craig flipped on the last lap.
Yeah, I broke my wheel, caused the smoke screen, and then flipped over.
Video of that just came out like a few days
Yeah, I
ago.
saw that.
Nobody watched the London video though.
What's the one in the sand dunes?
That was Bridgehampton. Oh yeah, he did
Bridgehampton,
that,
right.
didn't he? I think.
Yeah.
Bridgehampton and the Legends.
Bridgehampton's quite a nice track.
Yeah, it is quite a nice
We've
track.
done Bridgehampton. I was always I like Rouen. I always thought that's a good track. That was one
We
of my
wanted
favourites.
to do Bridgehampton, but we ended up doing Brands Hatch instead.
Yeah. I mean, that
Because
Brands Hatch is quite a nice track for those cars, anyways.
Yeah, it was very similar. Like top of my head, that track felt similar to Bridgehampton.
It's quite different, but yeah, same kind of like fast-flowing corners. Bridgehampton's a lot bumpier though,
And longer.
yeah, it's a bit longer and there's less safety.
What was the one we did with you with the big banked turning at the end?
Riverside?
Is that Riverside with it? It's got a massive proper banked, like really 45-degree banked turn on the last one.
45 degree. I thought that was Nick's suggestion. That was Meadowdale.
Was it? Is that Meadowdale? Is it?
Yeah. I might have suggested it. I don't remember.
No.
Yeah, that track has a big bank turn at the end.
I'm not mentioning one Adams here, but I keep watching them Sir Spats just in case he gets. Oh, that looks an interesting track to try.
I mean, if you want one with even bigger banking, I have a version of Old Avus I got from somewhere.
Yeah, the only problem with that is that you need to wait like 3 minutes to get to.
Yeah, we'll do it in the old Fiat 500 as well.
I just thought that was a bit mental because it's just like a normal track and then you just come to this wall of death.
Well, the first corner was quite banked as well, but it was nowhere. It was more reasonable, nowhere like near as ridiculous as the final corner.
And the lead up to the first corner on that track, if we're still talking about Motherwell, is
Yeah.
literally a roller coaster.
Yeah,
Like you go
there's
up
a-
and down.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you guys want suggestions or like something like that, I can always just like something and put it up on my good drive.
Classic Monza. With the bank part, you know, the open part.
I get confused at the crossover.
I have some slight PTSD because last time I raced, I actually had a really fast car and then proceeded to bin it on a bump on the first lap.
You
I'm a bit
ran
annoyed
out of
by.
talent.
Yeah.
I'm a bit annoyed by how the combo that I picked kind of turned out because it got a bit boring, I feel. And that was also the bit where I couldn't see on one of my eyes.
The
it was
London
fun,
one,
but-
that was quite decent in the end, I thought.
Yeah, we had fun, but not much racing. I think Christian had battles because he started further back and fought his way up. But the double chicane in the second half of the lap, like rather in the middle of the track, kind of ruined many battles.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what we did. I think what was it, Valencia Street Circuit was quite good.
I don't remember doing Valencia.
In the touring cars, it was one of the Spanish tracks.
Oh, I think I remember seeing that from Adam's point of view. This, I think that was before I joined the server.
Yeah,
That was in, you were in the like Cupras, weren't you?
yeah, that was it. That was the one. That was
I know
pretty good.
I know what you're talking about, but that's not Valencia. That's Barcelona.
Was it
that's
Barcelona? Yeah, right. Okay, okay.
And that's the fictional track from the grid games.
Well, it was good though.
The only time I ever won in SCB, and that was thanks to
Oh, well, it's even better.
the entire field crashing out.
I mean, that's, you say that, but that's basically been me in the stock car series so far.
I find
Yeah,
it
but
so
don't paint
funny
it like you
that,
don't win every other race.
with all my horrible performances, I'm still third overall.
It's. I thought that yesterday when I first tried it, flipping hell's bells. But once you've driven it a bit, it's quite good fun.
Oh, what, Sonoma?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite good. I was having a decent battle with Goose. You know,
Yeah, I heard.
so that lag spike at the start that put him suddenly ahead of me. I know we're having a decent battle. You know, I got past him and I completely blew it, so he got back past me. And then I was about to line up another. I think we had another swap. And then I was about to line up another move on him. He just went straight into the wall.
Oh, all right. They were pretty good fun there.
So cool. These left tires get pretty shredded.
It's funny how that track, like, compared to the others, up the banks, really steep.
Wrong turn, Anthony. Wrong turn.
Yeah. I hit the curbs on the inside, and then it was like...
I just saw you turning like 180 in the mirror.
Yeah, I had to let go of my my steering wheel also because it snapped violently.
When the VPN kicks in. Actually, that's probably the next thing that I'm gonna try out if the cable doesn't seem to fix it.
What's that?
Trying a VPN.
That would only give you worse performance because VPN has a lot of overhead.
I have to turn my VPN off usually to run me things. Even though they bypass it, it's still not very good.
But which VPN do you use?
I've got Surfshark, which is
yeah, I haven't heard that much good things about Surfshark.
well, you can hear as much good as I've heard lots of good things about them, and it's the same company as NordVPN, I think.
I've heard mixed stuff about Nord as well. Especially behind like how they handled the security of their servers once. And I
think it's Nord. I think it's Nord. Anyway, I had to turn it off.
Latency wise, I cannot recommend using anything that because you're introducing extra hops to your connection to the servers. And that's never a good idea. And you have the overhead of your security protocols for the encryption for your VPN. It's not a wise idea to use VPN unless you have like a ping of like 4 milliseconds default. Then it wouldn't really matter.
Okay.
But the problem with VPNs is that they have a limited IP space. So IPs gets recycled or hidden behind. You get hidden behind IPs, and a lot of those IPs are on blacklists. And so it's good for anonymous surfing and like making content providers think you're in a different country than you're in, like Netflix or whatever. But for gaming, unless you have like non-latency related gaming, I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, mate, as I said, if I run any, me R-Factor 2 doesn't run very well at all with it. And neither does this. So I just had to turn it off, and then I forget to put it back on, and then I think, oh, what's the point in having it?
Thought I made it to the server in the meantime. Yeah, I mean, I don't really expect much from it. I never used the VPN before.
But you have these problems only with AC.
Yep. That's the weirdest thing.
Yeah,
You
it
use
is.
Content Manager.
And
You use Content Manager.
Yep.
You tried how it connects up differently.
What do you mean differently?
There's a drop down where you can. I'll tell you later. Where it chooses how it launches AC, and it uses like either your gamer ID or.
Holy shit! What was that?
Sorry, I was looking at Matt. I was thought down.
So a car appeared from behind the borders. It's like, what? Well, Sarah's here, so we're all gonna get humiliated again.
Good.
Maybe Craig won't be bored after all.
There's a setting in Content Manager, Adam, which tells it what it uses to launch.
Oh, different launching methods? Yeah, tried those. No effect.
You see. I can't remember what it is. I had to change mine.
Does it have the same behavior when you connect to a server from within the game instead of from Content Manager?
I can't launch the game itself because I have so much stuff installed.
Well, could be one of a million things if you're running loads of that stuff with it.
Yeah.
Well, when I say so much stuff installed, cars and tracks. I don't use anything like groundbreaking, what is it? Earth-shattering different stuff that would change how I use the game or anything like that.
That's still be good for me.
Running the game normally wouldn't do anything wrong with do anything with the content that's installed. I mean, what you install with Content Manager, you can always find in the game itself.
What I'm saying is that, as far as I know, if you have too many cars and tracks, the normal AC executable has a hard time launching the game up and loading everything again. Because the lists are so long.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Did they say 500 cars or something stuff like that? Come on.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it was 800 cars. But Content Manager allows you to pass that because it doesn't launch up the game, it launches on the wrist, which is
I took all mine out. I put them into a separate folder, and then I just pull them in as I need them. It's not ideal, but it's
technically you can do that with Content Manager as well. Just select the car and disable it for the time being.
I'm not as convinced with that when you get loads of stuff on your drive. I mean, I imagine Craig's got quite a bit of stuff.
Yeah. But nowhere near as much as Adam, obviously.
If I had it unpacked, it would hold up more space than the drive that I'm storing it on.
Oh.
Which is not what I was expecting to say about a 2 terabyte SSD.
Oh, I think I've done it again.
Oh crap.
I drove in the lake in the middle, and that's a black hole as well.
No.
Oh, shit.
Well, I think we should be moving to...
Oh, we can vote to kick you.
Oh, I'm back in the pit.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, lucky you.
Didn't happen the last time. A nightmare when something doesn't work properly, like on these sims and stuff.
The thing is, I'm somewhat used to this because there's never a simple month where nothing goes right, but where everything goes right. There's always been something that is like, oh, that's the problem of the month or problem of the season.
Oh wait, I did my labs on mediums. There's even soft compound.
Is it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't really recommend it.
I'm gonna try the qualifying on the softs.
There we go.
Oh, did I just drop from the server? Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm back.
No, it's just your ping spiked because you're saving the replay.
Up to 1,000?
yeah. I had to save an hour's worth of you being in the pits.
1.5 hours. I mean, if that's what it takes to make sure that I can race, fair enough.
Figures.
Oh, thank you, sir. Good thing I don't have to leave and join back if you save it with the in-game chat option with content manager. It can automatically be loaded in.
Oh, I've gravelled it.
Well, I guess
No,
that
well,
explains some of her case, is that she's running a setup and we're not.
How can you tell that?
I asked, and she said yes.
All right.
Says the setup guru himself.
That was technical.
I don't run any setups in these races. Never do.
I've just changed the tires and sometimes
I have a setup for this car that I made for like a track years ago that makes it a lot faster, but I'm not using it. I don't know if it'd work for this track in particular though. Because, well, I haven't tried it.
obviously the fuel, I do the fuel.
Well, yeah, obviously, fuel is...
Sometimes I do the gears a couple of notches if it's one of like Nick's vintage classics.
Yeah, all those Bazza cars of like gear ratios that are like way too short.
Yeah.
And then it's like you're at Spa with like 120 mile an hour max speed.
Yeah,
and it's like,
yeah.
what am I doing?
Spa's the
Oh no, oh no, oh no! Ooh. Close call.
I went out my full tank. And I did. So.
I don't know, I haven't been asking him about setup stuff for a good while now, but I do remember that before that the hint was a big hint. Oh well, gray area on these races.
Do you use any with a stock or Craig?
What?
Did you use any with a stock car?
Yes.
What was he asking?
I assume you mean the R Factor 2 stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
But I think
the only thing I did there was remove the weird camber settings.
Yeah, most of the changes on that is just survivability changes.
Yeah, because I mean, negative on one side and positive on the other side. No, doesn't work.
You know, I remember at Road America I fiddled around with it a fair bit and I could never quite get it to be in like a balance where it wouldn't try and kill me, so I was like, it's good enough. But in yeah, actually most of my changes is just softening up the front and making it bounce less and maybe tweaking the rear if I'm finding it a bit too tricky under throttle. But yeah, I don't know. I thought we discussed in those races that we were going to do them, so that's why I do them.
Of course. I don't think you can't really drive them without a bit of a setup.
No. Well, especially because the default, they sit on like slanted on the front wheels, and it's like,
it's just Nick gets upset about the setups. I think on it, you should just have them on a Friday night, fixed setup on a Friday night, and then everything else would be a free-for-all, which I think would be better.
yeah, I never bother with them on AC because it's not really much point. It's like, yeah, I know how I can make the car a lot faster, but
I ran out of fuel.
you know, we then wouldn't have some of the fun battles we've had, like me and Anthony at that street circuit the other week. That was pretty fun.
Oh yeah, or at Mugello.
Yeah,
Mugello,
well,
that was a lot of fun.
I don't have any setups for the SUVs, frankly. But you know, I've got quite a few setups for the Corvette that I've used in like competition and stuff. That would be like a lot faster than the base that I could just throw on the car and run away with. But where's the fun in that?
Oh, into the gravel.
I don't even know what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just turning laps. I'm running full fuel with medium tires. I'm not going anywhere fast.
Oh, I need 20 minutes. It says I need 20 litres total for the race.
Currently, Sarah has the fastest lap on mediums.
You're on the hards, apparently, according to my leaderboard.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Apparently, maybe, yeah. I don't know. Let me check.
It says you're on the hards on the
What tires I'm on? Thanks,
good,
coach. Could you test me? Flex.
I don't think what I'm doing with this.
Yeah, I didn't think I could see that I'm on slicks, crew chief. Thanks.
Yep, I was on hards.
How come you're on the hards then?
Setup had that by default.
Oh, mine had the mediums on default.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he always picks the mediums by default, yeah. So weird.
Did you lose any power yesterday, Craig, when your car was smoking?
Hard to say. It was only like, it was on the highest it got to like was 142. So it didn't get pushed massively over.
I had mine up to 200 and odd.
I thought you were gonna say hard to say because the smoke was too well.
I mean, the mechanical damage was off, and I just think the smoke's obviously just starts regardless. I always think the mechanical damage is a bit brutal on oh fuck that too.
Yeah, I agree. End up turning it down to like 30% or something when at STI races. Remember one time I was doing the modern in workshop, the Nissan 350, I think, the GT4 car. Was racing them ahead. Fucking then, slight bit of touch to the guardrail, and it's like completely bad steering.
That's what I had. I had in race 2. I tapped the wall in the front, and I mean not even a tap, was just a brush. My steering wheel was like 10 or 15 degrees to the right. It's like okay, and when I was braking, it just veered to the left.
Not saying this isn't a thing in AC either, but at least in AC it's a bit more consistent sometimes, and you really need to hit it hard to get that damage on the suspension like that.
20 liters for 20 laps? 20 liters?
Yeah, that's what I'm putting.
20 liters till end. Okay, I'm gonna put in 22. .3 seconds. Oh, Sarah has a setup saved, given to us.
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
Well, I can't use that, so...
You tried it?
No, he doesn't
No.
have. Let me guess, he doesn't have share dispatch enabled now.
Of course I don't.
That's all. It is.
Ain't gonna run that bloat unless I need to.
Load.
Yeah, that's all it really is.
It makes running a game with a horrible interface much easier. But at least that's my opinion.
Oh,
I mean,
thought-
no-
Yeah, you say that he's using it. That's how he launches the game.
It doesn't change any custom shaders patch doesn't change anything in the game itself.
No,
That's-
sorry, I mean custom shades patch. I run it because I liked. I thought you were saying content manager.
Uh-huh.
I run it, but you don't need it to join the games because I turn it off. Because it causes heartache.
Yeah, I confused it as well.
And then it
I mean,
just
yeah,
went-
so, to a certain degree, it still applies.
I
because
get sick of
it's-
people when they can't run games, and it's because they've got the wrong version, and you've got to sort of try and fix it for them.
Like to a degree, what I say is somewhat still true because newer like apps require shared dispatch to work properly, and some of them you cannot launch the game without it. I have, for example, the track map that I use that requires it.
I don't know. In my eyes, it's caused more problems than it has fixed. I'm not really one to give too much of a hoot about the whole graphical malarkey anyways, so I don't need any of those.
As long as it looks alright, I'm quite happy. I mean, this looks great. Good enough. I think sometimes people get too carried away with what's going on off the track, and when you're racing, you're not really looking at it, are you?
No.
How long we've got left on this? 1 minute.
I mean, if graphics were a problem, my eyes would be bleeding at R factor 2.
Well, especially the mod tracks.
But I mean, like, I have to turn the graphics down, because otherwise I get, like, stutters all over the place, especially at nighttime. So it looks worse than it could.
Yeah, I have to do that too. And if I mean, I have a decent system, so.
Yeah, I've got a pretty beefy rig as well, and it's like, nope.
Mine's not
But,
that beefy.
I found my problems with RFX 2 are more CPU related than GPU related. Because it requires a beefy GPU as well to run full settings. Yeah, I'm going back to the normal setup.
So I've just twisted it round there.
Is there some, like, esports setup then?
Possibly.
It's very twisty. I can reset. I can just reset to default.
Like it's typically.
Yeah, if you do
in-
reset to default, then it'll just go back to normal. And if you guys are running default, I'll probably run default as well. I did try one of my own setups, but it needs a bit of tweaking.
I always find them. I got given a load of them Coach Dave ones as well for ACC, and I always find them too twitchy because.
Yeah, well, you can throw them away now anyway because the new patch made them all obsolete.
Yeah, I don't know.
I actually like them all because they suited me, but well.
Have you used your setup manager thing before?
From Coach Dave.
No, you've got that setup thing, haven't you?
I got the virtual race car engineer.
Aye, that's it.
Yeah, I use it, and it actually I find it on R Factor 2. It helps a lot, just to get the default like the understeer or oversteer, you know, basic stuff like that. It helps a lot.
I think I bought both of them last year, beginning of last year for I think they were for a $5.
Tell me you don't click random buttons and hope for the best.
Well, I've never even launched. I think I fired it up, looked at the title screen, and that was it.
Yeah, no, I have it on my PC, and I just do it randomly when I want to do some, you know, when I feel like there's a lot of understeer of stuff like that. I just run some laps, and especially with the camber setting stuff like that, I find it's pretty helpful. I mean, it isn't a sure set, solid way of getting the fastest setup. It just gives you general tips that I normally have to look up at Drive 61 pages or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Enough.
I'll have a look at it.
I just flip random switches and hope for the best.
I think that's probably the best way.
I mean, yeah, one of the keys for setups anyways is not changing too much at once.
Yeah. I'm just happy, even if it's a bit slow, as long as it's stable. Forgetting it's got 6 gears. Oh, Sarah setup.
Yeah, it's a very twitchy one. It's good. It's very pointy, but that's why I switched back, because it was really twitchy.
It's funny though, because most esports setups are twitchy, but I remember downloading a setup for the world record lap time setup for the Ferrari GT3 at Monza in base AC, because I was going to do like a 1 hour race there. And my god, it turned like a truck. It was like one of the most understeery setups I've like ever driven. And I had to just like change it.
Yeah, I like talking to people who's tried the same setup, like say Christian setup, and loads of people don't like it. And I think, well, what suits one person doesn't suit another.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember for one race.
Plus, you need to factor in all the different stuff as well. What are you running? What's your equipment? And do you have that set up as well?
Yeah. I mean, you guys were struggling with Sarah's setup, but for me, that's probably...
I don't.
Right up my alley.
Yeah, loose back end.
So I have more. Yeah. I remember doing a race in the old 2009 Williams F1 car at Spa, and I gave my setup out to the other people, and they were like, nope, this is a death trap.
I've just nearly killed myself there. I'll let Sarah get past.
Come on, fight for your position.
Well, I've got tires full of gravel. It's awful, that last corner.
At least I led a lap.
Yeah. What I do is I go in, so like I run that inner curb, but I kind of point the car straight, go out wide, and then tuck back in. If that makes sense.
I just lift a little bit, and then I can floor it as I hit the curb.
The next RF2 series should be good.
Oh, the
Ultimate Fight Club 2000, as I call it.
Well, it was fun while it lasted.
The US, I can't remember what it is.
USF.
USF. I just call it the Ultimate Fight Club.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that one goes. I haven't really driven the car properly, so I'm not really sure what to think, but we'll see.
Nice, I think it's nice.
I feel like because I'm still relatively new to R Factor 2, I'm not quite. There's kind of like a balance. There are some cars that like I get along really well with, and then there's others that are just kind of they're not so good.
You like this car?
Which?
This one we're driving now.
I mean, this is fine. It's not, maybe not the most ideal, but
it's sort of a bit like this then.
But it's more like R Factor 2's physics quirks compared to like AC and stuff. Like it's a similar kind of car, but in R Factor 2 it will feel very different.
I think it's quite, yeah, but I think it's quite easy to drive the.
I mean, it might be. I don't know. Just I know that like some cars, like the Porsche and the GTEs, for example, I didn't really gel too well with those. Because it was like, I don't know, they just didn't really work out. Can never really quite get that balance right with them.
I hear you every Monday when you're streaming,
Monday?
When you're having your, what is it, Monday or Tuesdays?
Tuesdays.
Tuesday when you stream. And I know you, he's talking about RF2. I can feel the disturbance in the force.
He likes to gaslight. He likes to gaslight a lot.
I'm saying I didn't have to know he's streaming. I can feel a disturbance in the force. It's like millions of souls shouting out at once.
It's all the enraged RF2 fanboys. Actually, this week I think I was more shitting on Race from on RF2. Yeah.
Depends on the week, brother.
Well, I tell you what, I had Race from up the other day for first. I had to go that GT1 at Watkins Glen. I was debating whether to join or not. And the track limits are awful. What have they done?
I think Racing just has really strict track limits everywhere. It doesn't matter what track you go to.
It didn't used to be the case.
It never used to be as bad as that, coming out the final turn and where the wall is. I got a track limit. You never ever used to. I mean,
I didn't know that.
It didn't really used to be that. Used to be
well, a couple of years that used to run over and even just two wheels on, and you're getting the just popping up as a invalid lap. So I wasn't very happy with it.
Oh, by the way, I downloaded the upgraded version of the broadcast app, so tomorrow is gonna be most likely a bit different graphics. If I'm doing the commentary.
Are you gonna be commentating the dice stuff?
Well, I don't know.
So that's what they're doing.
I doubt I can get into this, but we'll see. I mean, technically I can find any server and just spectate it. As I find it out, what was that, last week or the week before? Unintentionally joined the 1.5 hour long race, commentated over it.
Yeah. Oh, I was not paying attention. I've gone
Yeah,
everything's
that was
gravel and around I go.
I see all kinds of smoke everywhere.
Yep, that'd be me.
I feel like this track has the same problem as Calabogie. There's just nothing to look at. Come on, Gav. Be that Red Bull driver. Hold him up, hold him up. Back him up, back him up.
Is there a Formula 1 race on this weekend?
Next
I think
weekend.
it's next weekend, yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't care less about
like,
that sport.
I still watch it. I have to see him.
Those first, what
do like
it's
the
been like 3 races so far?
Politics
went
and
by
shit
quick.
around it.
Yeah, I'm not really as interested anymore as I used to be, but I still watch the races when they're on.
Get the odd one. I thought last season that was pretty good, but most of the time I fall asleep midway.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons I stopped watching it in the mid-20s. What is it, mid-20s? Because especially around when the first hybrid cars came out, 2014 or so. But it's just getting so boring.
And that's the issue. These new regs haven't quite given us the.
I
Oh,
disagree.
they're given, just not at the front.
Yeah, that is true. And it's annoying that just about every other team that isn't Red Bull has dropped the ball that were at the top in the previous years, so it's just kind of a one-horse race at the front.
Yeah, but it always. I mean, you know, Mercedes had their time, McLaren's had their time.
Yeah, but I mean that's the thing is that like there's nothing against Red Bull. They've put together a phenomenal car. It's just that like it's the same shit we're used to that we don't want to happen anymore. Just we change the coat of paint every few years.
Yeah.
And speaking of change of paint, it didn't really happen this year either, did it? Oh, there's more black on the cars because they can paint less.
I like what they do. You know how they push the boundaries of the rules and they come up with the innovative ideas, and I sort of love all that. But it doesn't make for great racing.
No.
Yeah, I enjoy the strategic element of the races.
Yeah, I like that as well.
You get more strategy in IndyCar, by the way.
Yeah. I've been watching it. Well, I watch one.
Tell me where can I watch it into real time?
Whenever I can, I watch IndyCar too. I just like Formula 1 races.
Yeah.
I watched, actually went last year when we went to Le Mans. I watched a couple of IndyCar races. That's so Belle-Isle, and I thought, oh, that looks a good track.
Yeah, and they're not going there anymore. They're going to some like weird square track in the Detroit downtown. So instead of getting deceived to that Detroit is actually a nice looking place, we get to see just how decrepit it actually is.
Detroit and Chicago and all those cities are shit.
It's a shit show now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine living in a country where you have to be afraid to knock on the wrong door.
Aye, yeah. Well, that's what's happening now. They get shot in it. That woman parked on the drive.
Yeah. Not only that, the boy was shot, and then that little girl was shot because the basketball was rolling into the neighbor's yard. I mean, it's I don't know. I love that country because of the sights it has, you know, the nature. But what's happening now? It's like.
A bloke I know at a rugby club. He's director of a company, makes sort of aluminium seals, and they got bought out by an American company. And one of their top people was coming across here to have a see his company. And she rang up and she says, "Can you book us a hotel?" He says, "Oh, I no bother." And she booked at the hotel, and he's telling her, she says, "Is it sort of safe enough? Is it all right?" He says, "Well, what do you mean? Is it all right?" He says, well, the area? He says, well, what are you on about? She says, well, I'm black. He says, eh? He says, well, she's from Texas. She says, there's loads of places where I couldn't book a hotel.
It's insane, some stuff.
Aye, and he's sort of saying, I know about like racism and stuff like that. She's going, well, yes. Well, he says, nothing like that here.
I mean, of
well,
course,
there is, but not as bad.
There is, but it's not as extreme as there, man. At least I think like it is. I mean,
I've got a blue flag somewhere. I cannot see anyone. Oh yeah.
I think that's Anthony catching you again.
And that'd be Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Yeah, I'm still chasing Craig.
Oh, that's Craig. That was Gav.
No, it's me.
Then I take it back what I said a few laps ago. Just imagine Gav looking around the car. What kind of car is he talking about? There's no one around.
I only know Sarah's because she's got yellow bits on.
Yeah, the default liveries for this car is very limited.
Yeah. It's like just the liveries that they probably made for the factory.
You have red with yellow, and Netherlands.
I did a stupid thing there. I just did a stupid thing.
Not the flag. The color the heads flashed around and then
I've done
maxed
a
around.
thing as well.
I was in the wrong corner. In my head.
Oh. I put a wheel on the gravel and just like drifted across the track.
It didn't cost you much time.
Sucks you in that gravel.
I went sideways into the corner and came out straight.
And I've just done the same again. Trying to pull out the gravel there.
Okay, there you go.
Oh. Doesn't like the bump stop on this. It bangs on that. But soft. Ooh. Yeah, it's me.
Think I'm gonna be left?
I need to change the bump stop on it.
Nice understeer there.
Oh, by me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane. I was almost afraid of not catching it in time, but
Mediums have worn out quite a lot. They really don't last that long.
I don't know what I'm on.
Mediums, I think. All of us are on.
So I knew I shouldn't have looked. Get in the gravel.
Yeah, let us look.
Yes, we can put it in the gravel instead.
I'm sure I can do that without even looking. For me, this has been a whole lot of nothing so far.
Well, you might get a free position, because if my fuel app is to be believed, I don't have enough fuel to make the finish.
Alright, Hamilton.
I think I put 20 litres in and I've got loads left.
I put 20 in. Yeah, but the thing is, we are a lap ahead, so...
Yeah. Yeah, but I haven't even got my amber light on or anything.
Oh, I don't either, but at least not
Oh, yeah,
one that I can see.
You'll have loads.
so you're fuel saving now.
Oh, it's just come on now. Oh, it comes on with 3 liters. That's not a lot of time.
I have about 6 laps of fuel left.
I have 3. I was too busy looking at that number.
And the mind games worked.
I
I think I'm gonna run out of fuel too.
Oh. or cruise to victory.
I mean, they are a lap ahead. They can literally go into the pit lane behind each other, fuel up, and still come out on the lead lap.
Well, we're not a lap ahead of you.
I saw Michael Schumacher win in the pits once.
You're not that far ahead either anymore.
That's what I was saying. You're not that far behind us, so you could definitely snatch P2 if we both run out of fuel. And if we pit, you definitely.
I have an orange fuel light now.
It's when you get the red one you panic.
But here's the thing, I've been lapped.
I panic every time.
No, you haven't. You're on the lead lap.
Then it just felt like I've been lapped. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot Sarah's spawn on the first lap. I didn't remember her catching me. It's been a long day. I had essentially the exercise of my life playing with the husky. It almost feels like I'm kickboxing with the husky now.
Did you learn the valuable lesson that a dog has an infinite amount of energy? Humans do not.
No, I've learned that she likes to play around with my shoes. Or what is it, flippers that I wear.
Oh, just went to orange.
How much fuel does it say you have left on the steering wheel?
I can't see my steering wheel.
Oh,
And my fuel gauge is just like a gauge.
None of you use crew chip either, do you?
Oh,
no,
I
but
don't
I
hear
can see my
chip.
steering
Oh, it's
wheel.
not started. Very little fuel left.
If you have the voice commander neighbor, you can just tell him, how's my fuel?
Yeah, I have that disabled.
I think you can also map the hand to a hotkey. So if you have like a button box and don't want to talk to an AI. Alright, Sarah won the race.
Oh, that was a surprise. Shit, I fuel saved too much.
Oh, I made it.
I have 0.3 of a liter left. It's more fuel I could have burned trying to beat you.
Yay, P2.
No.
Ah, this was very anticlimactic.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio
Notice
check.
on the infield of the short layout turn, there's just a lot of random poles on the inside of the track. I wonder what
Yeah,
those are for.
That's the entire
Oh,
scenery.
I think my fuel's out because it wouldn't go anymore.
Right, I don't know how much fuel I put in.
I'll take an extra liter.
I think I've lost.
Yeah,
Well,
22 liters should be fine.
That's why I had 30 litres in
Oh yeah, you'd be perfect.
when I went to default.
Now time to put on the soft tires, right? Run to the end on the softs.
You want to try it?
I want to try.
No.
Come on, let's try it. Let's go soft tires till the end.
I just need to put a pit stop strategy in.
Just say yes and I'll do it.
Alright, well I'm on the softs.
Yes.
Me too. I've selected the softs.
And I put a pit stop in.
This is going to be painful.
But is it gonna be mandatory pits now?
No, but
No?
Craig and I have selected the soft tires. Are you switched to the hards?
Okay, Anthony, get ready.
No, I'm still on the softs.
Me too. I'm going to take it a little bit slow in the first few laps.
Well, I was gonna have a look at why that's bumping. Bump stuff feels soft. Right.
try something stupid.
Even less fuel.
Well, technically, yes.
Oh, Sarah's gone.
Yeah, she said
Yeah,
she was
she
too
said.
tired.
Okay, so we're all on the softs. Jeff too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay on mediums.
Might be the smart
Winning
move.
strategy. Yeah, winning
Oh.
strategy right there.
Did you see the flame come out the back of
Go,
that?
go, go.
Whoa. I was watching the flames, not the start. Thinking they look cool.
Oh, the extra grip.
But for how long?
As long as I can make 10 minutes, it's all good.
Oh, excuse me. Goes on forever, that corner.
Well, that's why the tires are getting destroyed, because we're exercising them quite hard through these corners.
Car left. Still there. Clear left.
Well done, Anthony. This is terrific. Exactly what we came here for. P2.
Oh, the grip. It's gonna last me, I hope a couple of laps, but I just hear the squeaking of the tires. It's like, uh-oh, that's another lap to go on.
The leader's just done a 104.1. The lap time was at 104.0. Your left sides are running hot. P2. That was a 104.3.
I did the same lap of mediums as Anthony on soft.
Very nice.
The gap in front is now 1.8.
That was scary.
Minutes left.
Softs are holding on a lot better than I expected, to be honest. Which is a big problem.
Why? You planned a pit stop.
Maybe.
It's got no fuel.
If I was to make it on my current fuel tank, I would need to save 9 liters.
It's yours for the taking, Anthony.
Who knows?
However, chances are they're probably going to hit a cliff at some point and just die.
Potentially, yes.
Going up, we're nearly halfway.
Yeah.
This is very weird autobahn, guys, I have to say.
Maybe we shouldn't have said that. Now I've made Anthony faster.
No, he was quite...
The gap ahead is now
I don't actually
2.4.
know because it shows.
Just think if you get 9 litres, you may get a free set of glasses.
He was only about a tenth faster than you.
I know, yeah, but I need as much of a gap as possible.
Well, make one.
Thanks for the amazing advice. Did you work for Ferrari?
The leader has just done a 103.
No, but you sound like.
Oh no!
You just cut the track.
Oh, well, that helps me out.
I just hit the curb and I spun off. Oh well.
Depends on how your time management
You're
has
pulling
been.
away. The gap behind is now 6.7. Your left front's hot.
Looking at
Rear
mine,
tires are too hot.
it
They're not
does
gonna
seem
last.
like what I said was right. And they are beginning to fall off. Pretty big time. But if you've looked after yours a bit better, then who knows?
Oh.
P3.
No, I still feel okay.
Sometimes cars feel okay, even if they are like a lot
You need to
slower.
watch your left side tyre temperatures.
I remember that
What,
at,
what an inspirational quote.
But
Did you get it on Facebook?
Oh, I'm doing it.
No, I remember once I was doing a when I did that old like mid 2000s
Okay,
Formula
Anthony,
1
you're
car
in the sky,
championship,
the gap's now
when we were at
4.4.
Montreal, I clattered the wall.
We've seen a bit of wear all round.
I had broken both my wings. The car still felt fine to drive. When I looked at my lap times, they were like 2 seconds off the pace, and I was like, ooh, okay.
Weren't you usually 2 seconds off pace anyway in that series?
No,
Was
not
at
usually.
104.5.
I think in Canada, though, it was a bit amplified because I
We're
also
halfway
took the
through.
wrong
It looks
tires.
tight. You
I think
might
everyone
make it to
took
the end.
the softs whilst I ran the mediums, and there's a big pace difference on the tires there. But no, in a lot of races that season, I was in the race at least I was at most a second off the leaders, but usually was less than that. I think. Like at Watkins Glen, I was quite close.
I remember Matteo and Alex had a good battle and the Red Bull ring, but other than that, the series for me was pretty forgettable.
I thought it was quite fun.
Silverstone is a very polarizing race. Like, one part of the field was like, oh, this is such a good run, is the other one was just awful.
It's the first time in an actual race I've been warped back to the pit lane. Oh, it's still such a bizarre moment.
104.1.
Yeah, so as it turns out, there's like a slip road on the side of the gravel traps in Silverstone.
All right, Anthony, you've got half
And
your fuel left.
if you drive across that, it thinks you're going backwards at one point on the like one of the earlier corners on the lap, and it will warp you back to the pit lane.
But I've also realized is that, I don't know if it's because I had like a texture overhaul, but on Silverstone, where the limiter starts is not actually where the line is. So I got, with my pit lane penalty, I got a drive-through and was like, okay, sure, whatever. Gonna serve it.
I mean, that was a pretty fun...
Or maybe I didn't serve it, I don't know. I think that was very late into the race.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun one for me, because it was like... I mean, that whole scenario of getting warped back to the pit lane with a penalty was like really silly, but it was quite fun trying to see how much I could get back through the field from being like dead last and like 30 seconds back off of everyone. I still stuck it in the top 10, I think, in the end, so take it. When you race cars like that, like, chaos is aplenty in online races.
Clear right.
Well done, good pass.
I see you two are very close up ahead.
I'll let him by.
I know.
We like this. Keep doing it. You're now in the lead.
This feels more like a track day than a race.
It's a chat room.
Gosh, yeah. That good with race of the weekend, though. I'm not looking forward to going through that chicane several times.
Yeah, you're making an elephant out of him.
I think they fixed it, didn't they? Because you should just be able to run through this.
No, I mean, like, there's those big walls there that are rock solid.
Yeah, but I think one time when we first raced, you could just go through them nearly.
Oh.
Your front tyres are looking a little hot.
But I think they changed it.
Had someone put me into that wall before, because they got very opportunistic and tried to overtake me into the chicane. And it was like, well, that's not gonna work, and well, worked for him, not for me.
The only time I had a good wood was with the Dark series in Estonia, not because the car was so good, but because I ended up catching the only car that I could battle with.
Damn, this in the Estonia. I cry.
I don't know. I know you like to fanboy around, but it's okay. Kinda like hate this car. Nothing earth shattering, but it's okay.
Yeah, I think the Estonia is a bit more special. Also, it has a pretty interesting history behind it. So.
I mean, yeah, it's rare. That's for
Come
sure.
on, Anthony. Just 5 minutes left. Hold your nerve. We can win this.
Donny had a good battle with it at Moldova. Or was it the other one? I don't know.
I don't know, it was quite fun. Driving those cars. Because the downforce really didn't work, so you're basically just skating it around every corner. And it was very close racing with how small the track was.
Obviously, we had the Tour Force now race with it as well here.
Oh yeah, we did that here, yeah, it was quite fun.
Pulling
It
away
felt
from
a
the
bit
guy
heated,
behind.
though.
The gap's now 2.7.
How so?
Your left side tyres are running hot.
Who's telling people, good luck overtaking me. Car behind should be the one to make the safe pass, and then I think he cut off Julian at the chicane, and it was like, oh, I didn't check the mirror.
We're seeing somewhere on each corner.
See, the softs are still working.
Bono, my tires are gone.
5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
Go on to the front of the field, that's where it comes.
I think we're both reeling him in though.
I mean, I would expect that from you on fresh tires.
You've just done a 105.1.
105.
Yeah, that's, I made a couple of mistakes there.
But I also assume your tires probably aren't loving life right now.
Nope.
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go. Yellow flag. Caution.
Oops. God,
Whoops, what?
almost smacked me into the front of you.
Oh. I wouldn't have mattered.
You can't really go side by side with these cars here. At least not in the twisty bits.
Me and Anthony did it in the last race. Not as easy as like in the Skoda or the Ginetta, but it's doable. Well, it's actually going to be really close.
You're in the lead.
Oh, it's going to be really close.
That being said, my left sides have actually started to fall off.
Oh, it's going to be 2 more laps.
Give me that
One more
slipstream, yeah?
Very little fuel left.
If you get that, that's gonna be 1 lap for you.
Yeah. If I let him come past here.
2 litres remaining.
Left side. Clear left. On your right. Clear right.
I was going to try and defend my position there, but as soon as I'm getting lapped, I thought I'd better not.
We're running on fumes, mate.
We're a bit there.
That was close.
GG's, yeah. I had to try something on that final corner.
Yeah,
so
I know.
did
I
take
had
a
to
really
leave some
ridiculous
space,
time.
but that was a good race.
Yeah.
Yes, well done,
Phew.
everybody.
Yeah, thanks for organizing. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks for hosting.
Oh, our fastest laps were also really close. Just 110. Wow.
You actually had the fastest first and final sectors.
Yeah. Yep. Oh well. Yay! I want to race again.
Pardon me.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.